Hey everyone, today I've got your Darkest Hour movie review. And this movie is about invisible invaders that wreak havoc on the entire world, and you can only see them using certain power sources like light bulbs. And Emil Hirsch is one of the stars of the movie, and he plays a guy who goes to Moscow with one of his friends who, in the midst of a business deal, and it just goes awry, and it doesn't go as planned, but then they end up going out partying, because that's what you do in Moscow, and they meet two girls, one of which was part of like this sort of blogging type thing that they were working on, and she's an American, and she's also the same girl from Juno, and they just form their little group of survivalists as the aliens come to invade, but will they end up defeating them in the end? Let's find out. Okay, so first off, I would like to talk about the acting, and I thought, of course, Emil Hirsch, I've seen him in some pretty interesting movies over the years. Alpha Dog, he's been in some other interesting movies, The Air I Breathe, and just some pretty low-key stuff, nothing too big. Oh, and also Speed Racer, so, I mean, if you want to count that as a movie. But, I mean, he was okay, like, obviously, like, they were making, little jokes in the movie, like, oh, like, he's not the hot guy, he's just, like, not the hot guy. I'm like, really? He's not that bad looking? Of course I'm a girl, so obviously, I mean, he's fine, so don't mess with me. And he and his friend are basically just sticking together because they've been buddies forever, and when they go to Moscow, they end up meeting the American whose name I cannot remember, but she's also, if you've seen her, you probably know her best as Juno's friend in Juno, opposite Ellen Page, and also Rachel Taylor, who you've probably seen in the first Transformers movie, and just a whole bunch of other movies. And of course, she was good too. Like, I mean, I felt that the acting wasn't as good as I thought it was. I felt like it was a little low-key, mediocre. I just didn't really find any of the characters really, like, interesting, and, like, they just seemed to just be there and just trying to survive an alien invasion, and there wasn't anything too special about them, at least in my own opinion. And I felt that some of it was just really mediocre and corny, like when Emil Hirsch has to, like, he apparently likes one of the girls and he has to go rescue them. I'm like, oh yeah, because that's your duty, right? And I mean, if it were a guy I knew, I'd probably rescue him. Whatever. But, I don't know, it was okay. Like, their acting, I just felt like maybe it should have been a little bit better. I don't really know how to describe it, but it fell a little flat for me, short. And, for the overall, like, genre of this movie, it's an alien movie. And, I mean, I personally find alien movies fascinating, starting with, like, the Sigourney Weaver movies, to, like, the War of the Worlds movies, which is more this type of movie. And I really liked that aspect of this, and also just the aliens themselves, like, how they were, like, just, like, their overall look. I liked the look of the aliens, where you couldn't really see exactly what they looked like until you started shooting at them and all that. And I really liked that. It kind of reminded me of Final Fantasy The Spirits Within, and also how they were attacking the humans. It reminded me of War of the Worlds. And if you've seen from the trailer where they're basically, like, they zap you and you just turn to dust, it's kind of crazy, but basically they feed off of, like, energy, like electrical energy, and then they try to create this weapon that can sort of, like, be used against them. And I think that part was really cool in the scenes when they actually started taking back their sort of survival skills and everything that they learned, of course, from Shark Week. is what they said in the movie. So I found that really funny. And I mean, it seems kind of interesting, like how they, like, I don't know, like how factual that is, but if it is true, what they learned from Shark Week, and you can actually use that to your advantage to fight off aliens. If the aliens came here now, I would totally know what to do and how to fight off the aliens. At least if those type of aliens in this movie ended up attacking here, oh my god, shit will go down. Swear to God. And also, I kind of saw, like, after watching the trailer and I ended up seeing this movie, I kind of went in predicting, like, already who I thought was going to make it in the end or who was not. So I was half right on some of my predictions, and also I know the trailers can be very misleading, but I ended up seeing, like, a couple really sad parts, like the dog dying. Oh my god. Like, I knew that was going to happen because it was in the trailer, but still, like, it made me jump. It was really crazy. Like, I just couldn't believe it. And of course, there's a really, and speaking of animals, there's a cat in this movie that's all, like, decked out in, like, Christmas lights. And I'm like, really? That's cool. I have a cat, and I would seriously deck out my cat with Christmas lights. It was absolutely hilarious. I love that part. And overall, I thought this movie was okay. I probably wouldn't see it again. It just seemed like one of those, like, one-time watch type of movies, and I think that it was overhyped a little bit, and I don't know. It just looked okay, but I probably wouldn't see it again. So, if you guys did see it, let me know in the comments what you guys thought of The Darkest Hour, and if you liked these type of aliens compared to other alien movies that are out there right now, and which part was your favorite of this movie, who was your favorite actor, and whatnot. And you guys can also subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates, and come back every week for my Trailer Thursday videos. And you guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later. Bye.